everyone, welcome back to my channel where I like to make, create, and inspire fun art things with you. Today I have a few more last minute DIYs that are perfect for the Easter/spring season that will surely help brighten up your home decor. So come along with me and let's art today. Alright, jumping into DIY number one, I have some of these felt bunnies left over from a previous project that I purchased from the 99-cent store. It was on a string, it could be a garland or a banner, and I'm going to make them over. So to make over my little bunnies, I first go in with Posca paint markers. Now I'm just going to show you me decorating one of the bunnies, but I do decorate all of them the same way. I'm going in first making a whole bunch of circles all around the bunny's body, sporadically, no rhyme or reason, just to give it a little bit more interest. Next, I'm taking my black Posca paint marker and I am outlining the whole bunny completely, making sure I don't connect the lines and not going all the way to the outer edges. This gives the bunny a cartoon-like feel and it's so adorable. I did have to go over some of the lines twice to make sure I get a good solid line because this is felt. I did add some stitching and now I'm going in with a white Posca paint marker and I'm adding the highlights to the little circles. This also gives it more character and it gives it more of that cartoon look. Now I've seen a couple of these bunnies on wooden pieces, but I never seen it done on felt and I just love it. Here are all the bunnies after they completely dried lined up. Now as you see here, I used the same Posca paint marker color as the bunny itself. The only one that was really hard to see was the dark magenta bunny. Now I'm showing you that I'm going to use these Easter eggs that are in this Easter egg package that I purchased at 99 cents for just $1. So I took out 4 of those felt eggs from that Easter package, as you see here, and then off camera I made shoelace bows and I am hot gluing them on top of the bunny's heads. The bunny's heads have these holes in it from the original string and I'm trying to cover that using those bows. In that same package as those felt Easter eggs, they had these rhinestones in them, and excuse my hands, they are covered in paint. I am hot gluing those rhinestones in the center of the bows that I made earlier. I'm going to add the bunnies back onto a ribbon or a string, and I'm using this one that I found at Dollar Tree and I thought it was so pretty for this DIY. So the last thing to do is hot glue the bunnies and the eggs onto that string, and I'm hot gluing it towards the middle by the bunny's neck and in the center of the eggs, and that completes DIY number 1. And here's how this DIY turned out. I absolutely love it. I think painting on the felt was really easy and it gives the bunny such interest and it just looks so adorable. I would love to know if you love it as much as I do down in the comment section below. Moving on to DIY number 2, the first thing I needed for this DIY was a bunch of eggs, and I have these foam eggs that I purchased from a Michael's grab bag years ago for $5, and in that bag was a bunch of these Easter eggs. The second main thing to use is a wreath form. I'm just repurposing an old one that I covered in this silver material, but you can use any wreath form that you have on hand. The next thing I'm using for this project are my Liquitex basic acrylic paints in the colors medium magenta, brilliant purple, light pink, primary yellow, and light blue. Before I paint my eggs, I need to prime them, and I'm using my white chalk paint to do that because it's thicker and it saves some time. Now each set of eggs that I will be painting with those colors I showed you earlier, I will have 10 eggs in each set, so I have a total of 50 eggs to paint. After the paint has completely dried, I can now start painting them with using those colors I showed earlier. And the first one I'm using is this medium magenta, which I think is so perfect for the spring season. Now I did put the eggs on a skewer just to help me hold the egg in place while I paint it. And I do go and give each of the eggs 2 coats of each of the colors. This is what the eggs look like now that they are completely dried and have 2 coats of that paint on them, and I just think they look so amazing. And after they are all done, it looks so high end, and I just love this DIY. I will continue this process until all the eggs are painted in their own colors. As I'm painting the eggs and you have not yet subscribed, I would love for you to do that today. All you have to do is hit that big red button down below that says subscribe and click on the bell notification so that YouTube can always notify you when I upload a new video, depending on which option that you choose. And I would love for you to be part of my virtual art family where we do DIYs, all things creative and artsy on this channel. Here are all the eggs completely dried, and I absolutely love this color combination. It just looks so pretty, so festive, and I'm so excited to put this whole thing together. Now it's time to attach them to the wreath form. So as I am placing the eggs down, I'm trying to keep them in some sort of a pattern, but trying not to get the same colors next to each other so that it looks more cohesive and a better looking product once it is done. And I'm just using my hot glue gun to attach everything together. I continue this process until the whole wreath form is completely covered. Now that my eggs are glued into place, I want to add some greenery to it because it gives it such a higher end look, and I just love how this greenery looks. And I purchased this greenery at Michael's when they were having their 80 or 90% day sale, and I just love it. Now what I should have done before I glued down the eggs was glue down some of this greenery just to help out, but the end final result looks good as is, so either way is fine. And I'm just placing the greenery all around sporadically just to my liking, and I'm using my hot glue to attach everything together. One last final touch, I have some of these pearl beads left over that I'm just hot gluing down on top of the eggs and around the wreath form just to give it an extra touch. And here's how the wreath form turned out. I absolutely love it. I think it's so high end, and it definitely looks like something that you would buy in a store for way more than what we made it for. I would really love to know what you think about this DIY down in the comment section, and I believe this is my favorite DIY out of all the DIYs that we've done today. For our third and final DIY of today, I have some of these color your own ornaments in the shape of a carrot that I am going to work with today. These are so easy, it literally took 5 minutes to make. In the pack of 8, I'm going to just use 4 of the carrots, and I'm going to paint them exactly the same. So I'm just going to show you how I paint one of them. I go in using that orange color that I just showed you, and I only give each carrot 1 coat of this paint. Next, I go in with Irish green chalk paint and I'm adding the green to the tops of the carrots. After the paint has completely dried, I am now taking a black Posca paint marker and I'm going to outline the outer edges of the carrot, making sure not to go completely to the edge like I did in DIY number 1. This will give the carrot a little bit more interest and detail. Here's what the carrots look like after they're completely dried. Now I didn't just want to paint carrots and call it a day. I wanted to add them to these giant Easter eggs that are shaped in bunnies that I purchased from Dollar Tree either last year or the year prior. Now I wanted to attach the carrots to the front of the Easter egg bunnies so it looks like that they're holding the carrots. Now to do so, I'm just using masking tape so that I can remove the carrots from the Easter bunnies every time I have to put them away, but you can also use hot glue to attach your carrots. And here's how the little Easter egg bunnies and the carrots turned out. I absolutely love it. I think it's so adorable. Now I do have 4 of them, one in pink, yellow, purple, and blue. And I just think they bring such a pop of color to my home decor for the springtime. I would love to know what you think about this DIY down in the comments section below. Again, here is an overall look at all the DIYs that I've done today. I just love each and every one, but I think my very favorite of today's DIYs is the wreath. It's so pretty, it's so high end. I really would like to know which one was your favorite down in the comments section below. If you can please hit that thumbs up button if you like today's video. It really does help out my channel. I would love to try to get to 50 likes today. If we can make that happen, I would be so grateful. If you are new here and you haven't subscribed, I would love for you to do so today by hitting the subscribe button. If you have missed out on any of my previous DIYs for the spring season, I'll make sure to leave it here in the upper right hand corner for you in a card and also in the description box below. If you would like to support my channel, I would love for you to check out my Buy Me a Coffee page. It's another way that we can communicate, and every support from there will be used to help my channel grow, and you will be featured on my next video as a shout out. Thank you all so much for watching. I will see you in the next one.